Hi, my name's Mark, one of the pastors at Trillium. Remember the series Cheers? Cheers is a real sitcom that ran for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. Very popular back in the 80s and maybe into the early 90s. But anyway, it had a really catchy little theme song. And the words are really quite profound. It goes like this: Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away all those nights when you got no lights? The check is in the mail and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiance didn't show. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name and they're always glad you came. And you want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name. And the lyrics contain a lot of truth. First, there's a longing for connection, for belonging. For real community, not the fake community that many of us experience, but real community. And the lyrics are right on the money, because making your way in the world today takes everything you got. In fact, it takes more than we got, which is why we need each other. And it's nice to go to a place where you can lay your worries down, because you realize everybody's basically caught up in the same struggle of the human condition. And people know your name and they're glad you came. And there's no judgment, no condemnation, just an easy way of being with each other. And I was thinking to myself, how did a bar become what the church was meant to be? A bar. I mean, how did a bar become, nothing against bars, but how did a bar become the kind of community that people are longing for, at least in the song, instead of the church? And I don't have an easy answer for that, but it is connected to this notion of belonging. Abraham Maslow in his hierarchy of needs places belonging right in the middle. After taking care of our physical needs and our security, safety needs, it's right the next step up, that need to belong, to be part of a larger community, a gathering of people, a place that you might even say is your little tribe that you belong to. And it's true that we're not meant to go through this life on our own. We're meant to be journeying together through this life, because we need each other at particular moments. In looking at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy from the other end, though, the way that I think Jesus addresses human needs, he begins with our connection with God, with that transcendent connection, and then moves to our identity, our esteem needs. Who am I? A child of God. And then in that context, we see the sense of belonging come out of that reality. In a sense, the church is called the ecclesia, the called out ones, the ones who have recognized their identity as children of God and who have gathered for a holy purpose. And it seems to me that kind of community is a bit different from what we experience in our normal lives, or what we might find even in the best of bars out there. You see, in the Cheers series, the characters never develop, they never grow, they never transcend their problems. It's always the same stories essentially being told over and over again. But in a community of real belonging, we're not only a place of commiseration in life's hardness, but we're also a place where we come together to invest in each other, to invest in each other's best, to lift each other up to be the best we can be. And the New Testament has a word for this. It's called koinonia. It means to have a common share with others. It means in the context of community, in the reality of belonging, that we invest in each other. We invest our hearts and our minds in each other's well-being, and in that fruit of possibility. And we never give up on that. And that's what that koinonia is. And that's the kind of community that people really, I think, need and long for. It's intimidating, for sure, because in that kind of community, people won't let us get stuck like they do in the TV series. We won't get stuck. People won't just sit back and watch us get stuck and keep making the same mistake over and over again. They'll come beside us and in love and encouragement help us to make better decisions, to make better choices for ourselves, to redirect our energy into better purposes. That community of belonging is the community that Jesus had in mind, I'm convinced of, when he began his mission and ministry a long time ago. And it's that legacy that the church has, I think, faltered at. We become pseudo-communities, communities that are not rooted in that authentic sharing of our inner lives with each other. We end up acting and pretending. We end up play acting our lives with each other instead of coming together and sharing in that common investment in truth, that we are all children of God, made in God's likeness, and we are meant to shine forth with the wonder and beauty of heaven.